Only took 13 minutes. Only ran into a couple technical difficulties. Hope you guys are doing well. Blake here for the Low Regret channel. I'm going to go ahead and flip on over real quick. I need to grab this. I hope you guys are all well today. And I'm going to go ahead and get myself entered for this race. I was in a practice session just getting warmed up before I started the stream and making sure that my internet quality was all good, which it seems like it is. So I'm going to go ahead and quit out of here. We can get things started. But in case you're wondering what on earth a PRL is. Oh, well, Marvin's is having a moment. If you're wondering what the PRL is, it's a Prodigy Racing League. So we are trying to get back involved with that. And I'm going to withdraw from here. And we're going to go ahead and get ourselves entered for this 4 o'clock. Jesus, I can't time today. This race here yonder, and get ourselves in position. And effectively, we've got a 20-minute race around VIR. Radical SR8, not the SR10. If you are hip, is the old free Radical that used to be on service. I think it's since been retired, but it's still a hoot, and I think Prodigy really is making a point of trying to do as much free content, stuff that you don't have to pay for, so that as many people have access as humanly possible. So they're trying to kind of go that route. They're also doing some stuff with sim centers, and as of late, and it's kind of funny because I've known about PRL for at least a year or two now, but and I've already tried to compete with them. I think last year, right around this time, I want to say it was February or March when that was getting going in 2024. And now this time of year, getting everything rolling again as they're wrapping up their kind of draft week, I believe it is. And they also have a concurrent competition going on. If you have a sim center near you, there's in North America, I should say, in the U.S., high likelihood that they have some stake in that tournament. They just have a buy-in, and they're usually just taking their fastest drivers. So
connected. Radical SR8. Virginia International Raceway. Full course. Overall 12. Detail 104.
I'm gonna need her to shut up at some point. But yeah, just making sure all my stuff is in fact working, which it seems to be. Though my wheel is not. For whatever reason. I'm actually not sure why.
Disconnected. Overall 10. Detail 100. Connected. Radical SR8. Virginia International Raceway. Full course. Overall 12. Detail 104.
Alright. Let's try and get some laps done then. I've already gotten a fair amount of practice today. I actually intended to enter the race this morning, the very first slot that went off. Except I don't have force feedback. That's not good. I guess I shouldn't say that I don't. It just feels very light. Yeah, it's dead. There's nothing going on. I might need to restart Marvin's. Great ways to start. Great ways to get off on the right foot. It doesn't have a device selected. That'd be why. There we go. I got force feedback. So I'm hoping that we can get ourselves firmly in the 41s, mid or low even, but we'll see what we can do. The main thing I want to just focus on is also just being competent and being able to handle ourselves around traffic as well. A couple of things I need to change for the session, but otherwise it should be okay. Just get used to getting the tires on. So it's not going to be a huge deal, but you want to make sure that you understand exactly what you can take in the warm-up phase. Kind of go from there. Maybe not how I wanted to take that corner, but it's not the end of the world. We got 39 people registered, so it should break off into, like, I want to say maybe 2 or 3 splits. We'll see. Just by finishing a lap, we're already up to P16. Got a little front locking there. That reminds me, make my quick adjustment. Yes, I mean, one of those races where I want to do anything I can to get that fuel load lighter while I have the opportunity to do so.
Sorry.
Girls black flag.
I was looking at the other car. Should have been paying attention to what I was doing. I'm not sitting far back enough in the same, not getting power under my on the brakes.
What are you guys doing for break by?
About-
53, 54.
Yeah, 53 or so myself.
Yeah, I think the general consensus is somewhere around 53 to 54, basically. Trying 52. It's like close. After your tires get warm, 52 might be a little bit too hot for the rear. Okay, thanks, man.
You'd expect more variance, though, to be honest.
After a few laps, I go from 52.5 to like 53, and then after like 10 laps, I'm at like 53.5. I'll probably just leave it at 53.
Gosh, there's an apex in there somewhere. The good thing is that I know I was sloppy on that last lap, so it should be time to find. We're already 7 up. Needlessly dirtied that lap, but still not the worst. Ah. Just lost track of my braking reference there. Even better through 4th sector there. That's good. I kind of understand how that was a gain, but I don't really understand how that one was a gain. I need to be very mindful of the fact that if I'm drafting people at any point and I really want to just bump up on the brakes a little bit more for safety. It's tough because like the only time you can really check your reference points in this specific situation is if there are other actual people around you. You can't do like AI racing for practice with this because the car is too old. Which is really unfortunate. That's a shame. That was a really good first sector. I just kind of bottled it for no real reason. Just gonna stay out of the way for this one. Sometimes you just gotta know. I still have a lot of work to do on how I'm apexing some of these corners. Excuse me. Couldn't hold it in. Just trying to catch this car ahead if we can. Alright, got 65 people signed up for the race. Should be splitting off even a little bit more now. Yeah, I'm pinching off that corner now too much. Can't remember the name of it. It felt easier to do with the car on a different brake bias. Nice and early there. Just gotta be aware of exactly that I'm right at the margins of the track. All things considered, this is not a bad lap right here, but I just need to bring that average a little bit high, a little bit lower.
Car left, clear.
Just right the freak. just like pulls right onto the racing line. Like, granted, you know, the pit lane was already over. He had rights, but like, you know that speed differential is never going to favor you. See, that felt good. That felt like a natural motion for me. That was aggressive downshifting there, that's on me. I know a lot of these guys are using auto blip too, but I am not. And it's not because it's like better necessarily. Like, there might be a slight bit of time that I'm not losing on shifting that they are maybe losing, but I think that all things considered, for the consistency, it is a net win. Just auto blip. It does feel a little tougher to get the car together on the brakes though than it was a little earlier. Like, particularly the early sectors right now are where I'm tripping up.
You got a toy car on the right.
I also do think I'm trying too hard to downshift early. It's like, it's safety, it's a guarantee, but like, I don't really need to bleed that much momentum that quickly. Can go higher peak pressure there. I think that's part of it, is that like, I don't have as good of a sensation on peak pressure. Yeah, I think I might make some changes real quick. Changes are classified, not showing, not telling. My screen ain't going anywhere. So if grip is not the issue, then I know what is. Alright, 70 cars now. I don't know what time it is, but we got 4 minutes. 4 minutes until time. Okay, so It tells you packet loss pretty immediately if it starts to drop packets. Like, you get that warning, doesn't necessarily mean you're, like, about to lag out. It's just more you've dropped a percentage. And I can tell it's, I think my packets going out to the server, I believe, are the ones that are having the issue. The ones coming to me are all on time and fine.
Watch for debris.
And all of a sudden, things are a lot more clear. And all of a sudden. I think there's still a little... As long as I'm ramping okay on the brake, I need to be a little bit more aggressive with my pressures.
Watch for debris.
And all of a sudden, I have confidence back. Probably too much confidence, but I have confidence back. This thing is a treat.
Disconnected. Overall 10. Detail 100.
Alright. Get our head in the game.
connected. Radical SR8. Virginia International Raceway. Full course. Overall 12. Detail 104.
I'm nervous, but I shouldn't be that nervous. There's going to be plenty more races this weekend if I bottle this one. Alright, we got at least 18 cars in here. I am the 10 seed. I'm pretty sure that how they did the field splits is they did like heat sorting, so that you have a technically equal strength of field across all the splits, or as equal as it can be, based on like a stagger sort. But really right now you just gotta go in and execute. Be as clean as possible all across every session. Get our money in the race, and won't be anything left after this, to be honest. Maybe go do some production car or something, depending on how the time works out. We'll see. We get our usual 2 laps to qualify, and then we get a 20-minute final.
1 lap to green.
So if I finish where I started, if I finish in my seed position, then should gain some iRating even. Probably because the skew is way higher on the top end than it is on the low end. Even though I'm above kind of the, how would you say, average, above the mean number, still below the median. Let's get our money. Nice strong exit here. A little too tentative on the way in, or on the way out, whatever. Just gonna shut up and drive. Damn it. crap. Let's get her out of there. That's all we can do right now. Not ideal. It's probably gonna be like a high 42, if I'm honest.
White flag. Last lap.
One more lap. 42.879.
P6 so far. Little lift there did not help, but that's okay. Still 6 up, still in the top half of the field. That's all I can ask for right now. Damn it. I knew I was getting ready to take a big bite. I just didn't expect it to bounce like that. And it's because I just hadn't taken a bite like that in a long time. That's on me. Still up. Still need to focus on this lap, but damn. Good final sector, at least to round it
Checkered
out.
flag. 1 lap to green.
See what we can get away with as we cut the beam. 42-1,
The flag. It's over.
P5. Not bad. P5 on any given day, I'll take it. P6 now. I know there's a little bit more in it. Let's see what the field is doing right now. 155, error detected on network device. Love it. 41.3 by some of the top drivers, and that was in just 2 laps. So I was still some 0.8 off the pace. And then we've got 19 cars in total. I'm actually going to go ahead and use the restroom real quick while I have a chance. I gotta make it snappy. So I'll do that. Looks like we made it back in time. It's just now giving us a cue to grid. Are we doing it? We're doing a full pace lap. You're doing a full
The
pace lap.
estimated strength of field is 2,129.
We want to burn as much fuel as we can because burning fuel is helpful.
5 cars left to grid.
Okay. Nothing left to it but to do it.
Still waiting on 2 cars to grid.
Ô Bruno, vamos na boa pra nós pontuar, né, mano? Também, Lucas, vamos na boa, vamos cuidar na volta de pneu frio.
Waiting on the final car to grid. Everyone's gridded.
Get ready.
Can we go, please?
One to go. Next time by. Line up on the right side. Closed. Pit road is closed.
Just nice and steady and keep your room. No fuel, no tires. No, none of that.
Catch up, 8 start. There's an incident behind.
Oh lord, there's already an incident. Alright, starting P7. 4th row, let's just make it count. If we did 4th row in a grid of almost 20, I'm not too mad at that, honestly. This would have been 10th row. Alright, here goes nothing. Yeah, whoever's in second is like really, really trying to play this game right now.
About to go
Come on, you guys.
Stay focused.
Let's keep it clean.
Green flag. Go, go, go. Black flag. Blue flag.
Shit. Well, that's our race
Car
fucking
left.
fucked.
Car left. Clear. Car left. Clear.
Clear on the left.
Car left. Clear. Car left. Clear. Clear.
Clear.
Completely run into. Sucks, but that's okay. We are in net P... Is that right? It's P5 or P6? We're in P6 right now.
Car right. Car right. Clear.
Pit box in 10.
Should have waited for a while if I could have, but it's whatever.
3, 2, 1. Right here.
That sucks. I can still probably get a top 10 out of this, but really fucked up with that start.
Get going.
Yeah, given the length of the race, there's honestly a pretty strong precedent for just saying, yeah, let's just give it up. But, like, I'm just going to keep going and get the practice, I guess. Really upset with myself for that one, but it is what it is. If I had waited a couple more laps, I might have been able to at least retain a couple more positions. But my mind was already out of it in a lot of ways. It just sucks. And granted, like, I put myself in a position where I could see the lead car, so I could see when the lead car could go, so I could get that jump. Didn't want to jump the start or anything, but just caught the guy in fifth napping. So right now I just need clean, consistent laps. Guess I'm getting up early tomorrow.
41, just set the fastest lap. 41.503.
What the hell is that, bro?
Dude, he keeps doing that. No, he keeps doing that in the corner, bro. Like, I don't understand what's going on. I have to, like, slow down, otherwise I'm gonna crush it.
What is the fence rate on the right hander? Thanks.
42.73. New fastest lap for you.
Car left. Clear.
Clear.
What is this guy doing? It's not to force him to make a mistake.
Come on. Car in P1, just set the fastest lap. 41.27.
Fortunately, it didn't cost me that much time. Maybe lost like a second at most. All things considered, we'll just try and claw back what we can. No promises. I think a couple more people also quit out. Yeah, that starting infraction really just cooked our race, though. We are at least catching people. Up to 14th. I can for sure catch the next car ahead. The rest is kind of uncertain. It all depends on how the rest of the race plays. Another car in the pits. Another one can possibly gain. This thing slows down like a monster. Yeah, Silva in front of me is not that much slower, but just enough to where I can really start to leverage this. I think I can, like I said, catch him before the race is out. Mad that I let the race get away from me like this, because I really actually was in quite a good position after all the lap 1 carnage. But how it goes, right?
Heck yeah! Ah.
Yeah, that second car up there is lap down. Got nothing to do with them.
Car right. Clear.
I felt like I had to wait for him there quite a bit. It's only a split second, but it's a split second too long.
Car right. Clear. Car right. Car right.
Still there.
Car right. Clear.
We had no business seeking that one. But I'm pretty confident we got the speed to just stay ahead. He's going to try and draft us and get something done on the inside, so I'm going to stay to the right. Let him put himself out of position.
Car left. Clear.
Very nearly took myself out there. But got lucky there as well. Knew he was going to squeeze me, so I tried to give myself as much margin as I could. Dang, he just went into the pits. That's crazy. That's nuts. As a matter of fact. What an exchange. If nothing else, that's one for the highlight reel. No clue where my laps have even been at. It's mostly been 42s as far as I can tell. I think that last was a 44, yep. A lot of weird, hard battling. Silva. Left him a ton of room here in this corner that we're coming up to. It's a good recovery drive, this, but like it shouldn't have been a recovery drive to begin with. It should have just been a strong, you know, like fight to stay in the top 5. It sucks. I can tell that we're reeling him in, but there is no possible chance unless they have an accident that we're going to get him. And 12th is way better than 18th, but realistically still need to try and give it another go tomorrow. Just as we got a little ambitious on the start. Like, and for good reason, I should say, as well. We got ambitious for good reason, but it sucks. We might have one more in the works, but we might not. We'll see. Oh, he's out of the pits already. I think we lost out on that one. Might have just been a fast repair. So it seems like they're fighting for P10 now. Got lucky. Come on, have an accident, you guys. Give me something. Only got 1 minute left in this race. White flag should be out next lap.
White flag. Last lap.
So they went off track, I think.
Watch for debris.
last one more. So I think we'll come away with this P11. Should be.
What was that, mate?
Watch for debris.
What was it rejoin? Well, that was jumping in front of me. He definitely deserves that plate.
Yellow flag.
You got a slow car on the right. Go left.
Checkered flag.
Yeah, that was truly a crappy one for a lot of people involved. Like, the fact that I managed to get caught up in that turn one, or the, not turn one, you know, turn 3, 4 melee, for no real reason.
Good job. Very good job.
There's no reason it should have been. Got P10 out of it. We managed to salvage a really good recovery drive, but, like, still, that was honestly upsetting. Honestly super upsetting, just that I did that to myself, and then I also, yeah, I mean, that's a thing. Like, I did all of that to myself. Like, I got tagged in that melee, like I was talking about a second ago, but wasn't really much I could do about it. I want to go take a look at it actually now. Back it up, back it up, back it up. All right, cool. Let's see what happened here. Let's go chase cam. So yeah, you can see I'm already like somewhat out of position, so I can have a very good line of sight to the leader. That is for a reason. Also because I'm on the right anyway, so it's not a huge deal. Also, the guy behind... Three to at least 7 more. So yeah, I have no clue what was going on up here. Like, just missed the start. Because the guy behind me checks up super hard. And like, I'm not sure exactly what that was. So he was basically doing the exact same thing I was. He was doing the same thing I was, and he did it better than I did. He caught the start immediately, and then hit the brake check because he realized immediately he had nowhere to go because I hadn't seen it yet. And so now you can see I'm ahead of Mahid right there. And then I back out. I swear I had given it back to him. I had dumped the nose just enough to give him the position before the green went, but it was pretty, like, it was almost instantaneous. It was like the green went right as I gave the position back, and I got that black flag. So that was really unfortunate. It was a really late green flag, I might also add. Like, I was expecting to get the green way earlier. Like, I don't know what was going on. I was like, yeah, there's surely I'm not going to get a run that hard, but, like, he just... wasn't paying attention. I expected to have the green by now, but then I was around him, but then it didn't give me the call to let him back by until a little bit later on. Like, not until about here did I get that call, and you can see I lift out of it immediately. Just to give him the nose. And if I had been a little bit more aggressive, I could have changed the entire outcome of the race. The crap part is because he got a bad start, I'm doomed to a bad start because it was a late green. It's one of those deals. And we're 3 wide here, multiple overlap. I just stay tight to my line. And then a little bit of a slide there. He's like quarter, and he goes way up. Lots of things happen there. Lots of things happen there. And because I'm a little bit unsighted, I'm just focused on making my turn. I don't try and bump in because I'm getting a lot of car left in my ear. So the 8 car already has gone back around me and reestablished, like, hey, you know, I got that position. This is all me. Then goes really deep into the corner. Several things are happening at this exact moment that I've paused it. I'm not exactly sure. So 5 car is somewhat sideways on the brakes already, so that's troubling. And that was self-inflicted. Like that was all of them, but it was a checkup that caught them out. So like self-inflicted, but it was just concertina effect, and 5 car was trying to go for a gap that closed up way too quickly. And then 5 car collects the 6 car, or collects the 2 car, because the 2 car has nowhere to go. So you see both of them out there on the outside. I'm going to lose out to the guy who is directly behind me, because he saw all of this happening ahead of him and was able to say, yep, this is all me. Like, he started slowing down not super early, but early enough. And he just got it right. He nailed it. Was able to get to the inside immediately. And then you can also see up here they've got 2 into 1 doesn't go. Looks like the Rothman's car just kind of turns in, not expecting the 8 car to be there. Yeah, that's fully what happens. The 4 car does not expect the 8 car to be there at all. So they make contact. 4 car gets away unscathed. 8 car effectively is completely spun around. And then what happened here? Why did the 11 car run into me? Oh, well, the 11 car wedged into a gap that was not going... that was quickly closing, and that was all because the 8 car spun. So all this is interconnected. All this is interconnected. It all exists and is for a reason. So the 11 car is shooting a gap because I really... what happened is I fucked up that corner. I really messed it up. And the 11 car... Clyde slides into me. And it wasn't like anyone... it wasn't a specific thing. I didn't realize all of that was... How was this rejoin? I was clear. I was relatively clear. But after all of that BS, I was still P6. And then I had to serve a penalty. If I was smart, I would have waited another lap, so I would have at least had less work to do to make passes. But the whole thing to note is that, like, I actually got cleaner air on account of it. Where I might have been in more trouble if I had stayed out. It's hard to say. I've been able to stay clear of this guy and gap these guys to a damage. That's really the question mark, but we've also been slowed down by running in the pack. Though, also, I wasn't really in the pack. I was just kind of... no, that's right, I was. I caught up to someone pretty aggressively on the tail end of lap 1. Yeah, because I was right behind this guy. I was on his bumper, and then I was like, I'm not going to make a move on the straight. Like, I had the overlap. And I was like, but it's not worth it for me to try and do this if I have a penalty to serve. Like, it's not going to help my race. So I just back out of it. Not try and be a lap 1 hero. I still have plenty of gap behind, too. And I slowed down pretty early, too. Like, I could have been a little later on the brakes. But all of that is kind of moot. If there was I rating to gain, I gained I rating. I don't think there was.
Disconnected. Overall 10.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Oh, I did gain I rating. It wasn't official. Okay, cool. I'll take what I can get. Gain some I rating. That sucks, though. That sucks. I only had 2 incident points. That's good. One of them was off track, I guess. It had to have been 2 off tracks. There's a couple of people in there who I definitely should have been able to beat, but it is what it is. I guess it was you DQ at 25x is what it is. I thought it was a 17x race, so you DQ at 25. But yeah, so he got 40 points, 35, 34, 33, 32, 31. So I got 27 points off of a possible 40 for finishing P10. Theoretically, I could gain up to 13 more. And I think it's only taking your best finish. I don't think there's any law of averages bullshit going on. Excuse my language. But you know how it be. What's up, Foj? Good to see you, boss. Just eating that popcorn. Anyways, that one went, and there's not another race until... guess what? Not what I meant to do. But the next race is tomorrow at 9 a.m. So I think I know exactly what I'm going to do, though. I'm going to probably... Now that I know that the Road America 500 will take entry size of 1, I'm going to probably do that. I was very reticent. I was like, I'm not going to try and do it if they're going to mandate that you have to do 2 people. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How about yourself? I am just glad that I was able to recover on that race. Like, I gained I rating and safety rating, even though that was really a crappy race. Like, I got not a drive-through. I got a stop and go penalty. I got a 25-second stop and go. After starting P7, I was up to P6, but the guy who started directly ahead of me was completely napping on the starting line, and I just, as I was giving the position back, the session went green, and I got the penalty for that. So I had to go into the pits and serve it. And that really kind of just ruined my race. I might have had a spot of damage as well because there was a spin somewhere in this region, right about here, and someone took avoiding action into me just because it was a lot going on. It was a very busy first lap, as you could imagine. And I think the Radicals are really stable and fun car up until you go past the limit, and where it gets very squirmy, but it is still salvageable. Figuring out what you're about to do. Same here. I have to go probably in like 30-ish minutes, but I might get one more race in before I do. You know, and the strangest part is I actually wouldn't mind doing like M2 Cup or Prototype Challenge actually sounds really fun. I could do that. I could mess around and do that. But I do have some practice in the MX-5s already. I might actually just do MX-5s. I guess that's sort of what I'm feeling right about now. I think that I'm only going to be able to do like a 5 o'clock race. That's about it. This is probably going to be the last one for the stream. But I could do Prototype Challenge, or I could do MX-5s. I'm not sure which I want to do. Those are kind of my two choices right now. And I got 4 minutes to make a choice. I think said Prototype. Prototype sounds like the more fun one. Like, I don't even like letting on like that. I just have more laps on it. But Watkins Glen is something I feel pretty confident with, so I'm willing to try it. I'll run it. I'll do it. I only have the Cadillac, so we're going to run the Cadillac. Yeah. I think that Lebanon's like a good circuit to learn on, but also it's rookies, and I've had enough rookie shenanigans today, just in that one race, so I'm chilling. I might just do like a start from the back type of deal, and we'll see what we can salvage. Don't want to say pit lane just yet, but might start from the back. The main thing is I just gotta be ready for that warm-up phase in this car. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a thing. All right. Yeah, you know, I think this is going to be a fun time. So, like, I just got to keep my head on my shoulders. And if I'm not anywhere near the pace, then I'm not going to have any grand delusions about trying to drive the car super fast. But you did IMSA yesterday, so I'm sure you're probably already done with this. But
Connected.
Plenty to do.
Cadillac V-Series.R. Watkins Glen. Boot.
Cadillac.
Overall 15. Detail 105.
I can't be the only one in here. There's no freaking way. I don't see anyone else on the track. It's one of those. Saying there's other people in the session, but I don't see anyone else on the track. Yeah, it's a 20-minute race, and I have 15 gallons. So there's no pit stop. There is no pit stop. Just get the tires on. understand what the car wants to do coming out of the pits. It seems like it's a little bit pushy. Pushier than I would have expected. There you go, I can finally see someone. Yeah, it's actually, I kind of love that it's like pushing more than anything. It's like, okay, I'm used to the cars being a menace on cold tires, but I can at least handle push.
Watch for debris.
Now the front tires have a little bit more temp. It seems like they're starting to acclimate. Just need to be mindful of the rears. Can't brake that late. Yeah, based on how this is going so far, I may well be starting from the pits. As long as you can survive lap 1, it's pretty smooth. Oh, that's what I was missing. Brake pressure. How about that?
Furled black flag.
You'll have to slow down and give up the time game.
And don't clobber those curbs per se. Just need to be easy, because the car does come down kind of hard off of them. It sucks, I can tell the car is going to start gripping up really hard too. And I'm like, I want to figure it out, but I like do not have time to figure it out. NT-ways.
Disconnected.
Lots of
Overall
people
10.
will die lap 1. I'm
Detail
with it.
100.
That was exactly the last race I just did. I mean, you probably saw me going through that highlight reel. I'm not certain, but I would bet money you did. And yeah, that was the type of race it was. That's the
Connected.
type of race it was.
Cadillac V-Series.R. Watkins Glen. Boot.
Boot.
Overall 15. Detail 105.
Burn fuel in the pits. Burn fuel in the pits. Hey, fucking did it.
Black
They're
flag.
showing us the black flag. It didn't exit the pit safely.
Oh, I didn't? I thought that was the safest thing that's ever been done in the history of racing. I'm very confused. Oh wait, what am I doing? I can adjust the brakes. I'm like, oh, the car doesn't turn. It's like, oh, you can just play with the brake bias. You can get the brake MIG to not completely start at the front. There we see, and now we have a car. A baby. I'm sure I'll regret these decisions later. But tis. You just have a soundboard that's ready to go with that.
Checkered flag.
I don't know, there's a sick part of me that does still want to qualify, and I'm here for it. I'm here for it. F no, baby.
1 lap to green.
Yeah, I'm straight up feeling I should just start from the pits, but I'm gonna qualify anyway, so I can get the extra safety rating. Losing a packet or two every now and again. You gonna be going live a little bit later, Foj? Oh god. 1X's are not the good way to earn the safety rating.
Green flag.
Let us dance. Hey, it's still legal. It's still legal. Go get fucked. It's still a legal lap. That was a terrible turn 1. I need to brake earlier. A little early on turn in. Aggressive on the toss. Alright, car's coming alive. Slowly.
White flag. Last lap.
P4 so far. P4 after that lap, I might add. Big jump. Need to be mindful the curbs are not flat. My phone is going off, and I have it in DND still, so probably somewhat urgent, but I'll get that in a second. That's all right. Oh yeah, the car's starting to grip up now, actually. It's a fun time. Okay, not that much, not that much.
1 lap to green.
Where does that land us?
It's over.
P7. All right. Fun Superman. All right, so we are P11 out of a field of, I'm guessing, like 20. $16. So we are definitely in the back half. I'm the slowest person to have set a time. I genuinely think it would be smarter for me to just start from the pits. Because that's the thing, is that like if I get the whatchamacallit, if I have like just a clear track to get the car up to temperature, that's going to make it a lot easier to just capitalize on the carnage. Though if I start in with a field, then it's a lot more direct capitalization on carnage. So that's sort of what we're playing against. That guy hasn't practiced but still set a quality lap. Just like me. Gingerbread man, 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 man. See, and now I'm trying to talk myself into taking the grid. If y'all have an opinion, let me know what that opinion is, but like, trying to talk myself into and out of it. Yeah, I'm in the back either way. Yeah, you know what? I learn more. I learn more by taking the start. Full lap, but I learn more by taking the start.
Next time by, line up on the left side. The estimated SOF is 2,334. Closed. Pit road is closed. There are a lot of
Get
points
ready.
on the table. Be smart and get a good finish.
So if I finish here, like, that's the thing. The strength of field is higher than what my, kind of my average. So we'll take the start.
Catch up 13 car. Catch up, 11, car. Catch up, 11, car. Catch up, 11, car. Catch up, 11, car.
Full pace laps today. Full pace laps.
Catch up, 11, car. Catch up, 11, car. Catch up, 11, car.
You guys realize weaving does nothing. As long as your car's like 1 or 2 degrees.
Catch up, 11, car. Catch up, 11, car.
I want to tell him to drag that brake. I also don't want to tell him that.
Catch up, 11, car.
Alright, let's get ready to go.
About to go green.
It's nice and steady.
Focus.
Survive that first lap, and then we'll go from there.
Sorry, Richard.
Relax. Relax, you're good.
Pace car is off.
Green flag.
Green flag.
Go, go, go.
Not the start of a lifetime.
Blue flag. Car right. Clear.
Clear. You got a slow car on the left.
Holy mo- okay, I thought that was a car.
Slow car ahead. Go right. The next
Car
car's
right.
the leader.
Clear.
Right side.
Car
Go
right.
left. Go left. You're on the left. 3 wide.
Clear.
Right side. 2 wide.
Really,
You're on
guys?
the right.
Pearl
Slow
flag
down.
flag.
You got a penalty for cutting the course. The leader's spinning now.
Not the best rejoin on my part, but honestly, we kept our noses clean. We didn't
Car
touch
right.
anything.
Hold your line.
Clear.
Clear.
It'll be fun once the car gets into the window for temperature. Yeah, this thing is on the edge, my man. This thing is on the edge.
50.689. You're in the top 10.
We started 12th and we are up to P10. See if I can build any confidence with this thing. Yeah, car's starting to come on now. Kind of followed him into that one. Seemed like it's pretty light though. Just need to be careful. How is that corner tighter? I don't understand.
Car in speed.
Like, I get how it is, but like,
31.
should be more room for the car to be able to hook and book.
0.046.
Also, we're kind of stagnating out here.
There's an incident ahead. Leader is running 32.208.
Seemed like kind of a hard one.
32.644. Just a second bar. Left of that. Stay sharp.
Car left.
Side.
Clear.
Clear.
Can I? I need to get around this guy. I need to get somewhere.
33.028.
Desperate times, I feel like I can't get the front axle to work. Like I don't have the front end to really throw a move right now. In my mind. I feel like I'm underdriving the car just a little bit.
Car right. Clear.
Shit. It's embarrassing. It genuinely felt like the car had enough stick to make it through the corner, but needed a slower ramp on the throttle. Yeah, I need to just settle down, let the tires come back to me, and then maybe make one last go for it. Only got what? 2 laps to do it? White flag's either gonna be this coming lap or the lap following. I think the other side of it is you don't need to necessarily do it, you know? Like if it's there, it's there. If it's not there, then not really a conversation. But I do think I overworked the fronts in general this race.
White flag. Last lap.
33.142. There's an incident ahead. Slow car ahead.
Checkered flag.
All right, there's the checkered flag. Great job. You did really well.
Yeah, I was able to hang with it, but it was one of those that you wanted a little bit more from, but given the amount of practice, like, I'm not upset with the result. It was well managed, well held, kept myself out of danger, all those things. So, gained some rating, even if only a single digit. Tis what it tis. I want to see what happened on lap 1 again. Let's go a couple cars up. So a couple cars run out wide there. Oh! Okay, so that was right at the front. That was like properly at the front of the field. And it was unassisted too. It was just the leader just spun on the curb, all on their own. Ah, that's gotta hurt so much. Oh my gosh. Completely unassisted. That sucks so badly. I'm trying to like see what happens here. So he bounces back into the flow of traffic, somehow manages not to collect anyone. Like, that's a miracle in and of itself. But then, what happens after that? That's the question. It's already happening. See, he's already facing the wrong way. Okay, I said he didn't collect anybody. That's not true. He got the mint Cadillac up here. The mint Cadillac, the #1 car. So he just locks the brakes. He's in the passenger side, locks the brakes, and then puts some oppo on. Then gets the car going the right way. And then I think resets to the pits. And then that Ferrari, I don't even know what happened to them either. That's a curious one. Oh, basically he was right up on it and basically got the car yacht out just to miss the incident, and then has a bit of a tank slapper, a bit of a wobble, and then on cold tires just loses it and spins down. The thing is, though, like, I don't blame anyone for that, because the leader, I guess, is really the one to blame. But then he bounces back into the flow of traffic, collects someone and there's no real chance of avoidance because it was just so fast. They collect someone who basically gets eschewed back into the path of traffic, or to the left side of the road, but in the path of traffic, which catches this guy out, who then has a tank slapper and then goes into a slide, and then causes pandemonium up to the S's here. And I don't blame anyone for that. Like, that's just the way it broke. And I did well to actually not rejoin right there, because if I had tried to, I would have forced a 3-into-2 situation. And then even there, like, it was a bit hairy with that Porsche coming up, because I didn't give him a ton of space. I'm sure they had to make a sudden move for me. Then that's pretty much all that I can gather from that. But yeah, that seems like it was all the lap 1 carnage. So, anyway, I gotta get ready to go. So that's been a good stream. I've had fun. I'm gonna save this one.
Disconnected. Overall 10.
Not too mad at it. I wish I had done more with it, but I'm not mad at it, all things considered. So let's see who we got. Who is going? I think I know who will raid really quick. Is it really? There's no way. I was about to say, there's no way. No freaking way. Anyways, it's been fun, though. Wish I had better race in both cases, but take care, race fair, and I'll see you guys next time. For those of you guys on YouTube, I'm going to go ahead and shut this bird down.